What if I told you that the way you dress your children for church could actually shape their souls?
The Miracles and Prophecies of Saint John Bosco, a project of America Needs Fatima. I'm your host, Adrian Fonseca. Subscribe for new episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Welcome to the Miracles and Prophecies of Saint John Bosco. I'm Adrian Fonseca. These videos exist to share the timeless wisdom from Saint John Bosco that can inspire you to grow closer to Christ and Our Lady. The way you present yourself and your family to the world isn't about vanity. It's about teaching your children that their exterior expression reflects their interior disposition. Think about it. When was the last time that you really considered how your Sunday morning routine might be shaping your children's understanding of what's sacred? Mama Margaret didn't have much. She was a widow, raising 3 boys on a small farm in northern Italy. Her children weren't just bodies to feed and clothe, they were souls to shape. And she knew that the outward order reflects the inner beauty of the soul. Now, here's what might surprise you in today's world of pajamas at the grocery store and casual, everything. Mama Margaret was meticulous about appearances, not because she was vain, not because she was showing off, but because she understood that how you present yourself teaches your children what you value. Don Bosco later recalled that he never once saw his mother in clothes that weren't well mended, clean, and modest. Never once. From a young age, she made sure her children were clean and neat. But on Sundays were special. Picture this. It's Sunday morning. Mama Margaret carefully dresses her boys in their nicest clothes, the festive ones that she saved for this day. Then, with the dignity of a queen, she takes them by the hand and leads them, heads held high, to church. Neighbors would stop and watch them pass by. "Oh, beautiful children," they'd say. "They look like little angels." And for Mama Margaret, they were more precious than pearls. Her children were her treasures, her pride. But here's where it gets good. When her boys asked, "Mother, why do we always fuss over our appearance?" Because children always ask that, right? Oh, here's one I hear quite often today. "God doesn't care how I dress, just that I show up." Well, Mama Margaret had an answer ready. She'd say, "Since it's Sunday, it's fitting to outwardly display the joy that every Christian should feel on this day. But also, I want the cleanliness of your garments to reflect the beauty of your souls." Then she'd pause and let that sink in. What good is having beautiful clothes if your soul is stained with sin? She reminded them that what truly mattered was being angels before God, praying reverently, kneeling devoutly, showing respect before the Blessed Sacrament. Don Bosco remembered her exact words for the rest of his life. Turn around quietly, fold your hands in prayer, and pray. Jesus Christ in the Blessed Sacrament will be pleased to see your devotion before his tabernacle, and will bless you. And it worked. Even as an adult, Don Bosco kept his clothes spotless. Why? Because his neatness reflected the inner harmony of a soul entirely devoted to God. He removed every obstacle, every occasion to sin, just as quickly as he brushed even the smallest speck off his cassock. But Mama Margaret's wisdom went beyond choosing Sunday clothes. She also taught prudence, thinking carefully before acting. One day, when John was about 8 years old, Mama Margaret left for a nearby village. While she was gone, little John tried to reach for something that she stored high above. He pulled over a chair, climbed up, and crash! Knocked over a jar full with oil. The pot shattered. Oil went everywhere. John was upset. He tried cleaning the mess with a broom, but that just spread the oil around. The stain stayed, and the smell stayed. Now he had a choice. He could try to hide it, make excuses, blame someone else, but Mama Margaret had taught him better than that. So he did something brilliant. He cut a rod from a hedge, stripped it clean and decorated with small carvings. And when he saw his mother returning, he ran to meet her, handed her the rod, and said with a playful grin, "Mother, I deserve a punishment today. I broke the oil pot, so here's the rod. He won't need to look for one." Mama Margaret, with the gentle wisdom of a caring mother, forgave him immediately. But she didn't waste the teaching moment. She told him, "If you had thought first, you would have climbed more carefully, and nothing bad would have happened." Remember this always. The careless young man becomes a reckless man, and recklessness brings sorrow and even sin. Her lesson was simple but profound. Think before you act. Through these small details, wearing clean clothes, behaving properly in church, practicing thoughtful prudence, Mama Margaret was becoming a saint herself. And that's exactly the kind of wisdom that you can bring into your own home. Before I share what you can learn from Mama Margaret, I want to thank some very special people who make these videos possible. Deborah G., Alfred D., Thomas M., and Katie P. Your generous support as monthly promoters means everything to us. And you can join them and even have your name featured in future videos. When you become a monthly promoter of Saint John Bosco, you'll also receive Crusade magazine delivered to your mailbox every other month. This isn't just another Catholic publication. It's filled with the same kind of timeless wisdom that you just heard from Mama Margaret. Stories that will strengthen your faith and give you practical guidance for living out your Catholic identity in today's world. Plus, you'll receive beautiful full-color images of Our Lady Help of Christians and Saint John Bosco to display in your home. You'll receive Don Bosco's own writings, including his Roadmap to Heaven and Sacred History. And your intentions will be included in a daily traditional Catholic Mass and our daily rosaries. Visit the link in the description box down below to become a monthly promoter today and start receiving Crusade magazine and all these incredible benefits. Let me share with you what I learned from today's story. Your daily actions, even the smallest ones, are teaching your children what matters. The way you dress for Sunday Mass isn't about vanity, it's about showing your children that God deserves our best and that worship is sacred, that our outward presentation reflects our inner devotion. And when you teach your children to think before they act, you might just be preventing broken oil pots, and even more importantly, you're preventing broken lives. St. John Bosco's greatness came from these small seeds that his mother planted, seeds of order, prudence, and devotion. These are the seeds that you're called to plant too. So what resonated with you the most from Mama Margaret's story? Maybe it was a Sunday clothes lesson or the carved rod moment. Share your thoughts in the comment section down below. Oh, and before you go, click on the video appearing on your screen right now. It's about Don Bosco's life-changing welcome strategy. The simple technique that he used to make thousands of boys feel genuinely valued. You won't want to miss it. Thank you for joining me today. Saint John Bosco, pray for us. May God bless you, and Mary Immaculate keep you under her mantle. God love you.